Welcome to another, just another session with me. Um, Again, welcome to Awesome Moms United. I was thinking of doing getting type of backdrop, to sit behind since I plan on doing these and, building this channel for Awesome Moms United. 2019, hoping to get things really going off the ground, especially with my lotions and baskets. Um, but mostly these conversations in the Awesome Moms United group. So, welcome, awesome moms, awesome parents, as I always say. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And of course, hit the bell so that you can be notified whenever I do a new video upload. This year, 2019, I'm really hoping to, post here, upload videos more, do some lives so that we can have open discussions. But for now, like for this video and the other videos, just go ahead and we can comment and converse through the comment section. As I mentioned, I was going to do a background. I just really love just a moment of taking a look here from my office here. It's such a beautiful view. And I do plan on getting maybe doing like a backdrop at some point. But I love sitting here. This is the view from my office. And I've showed you guys this before. But it's just so awesome. And it's beautiful. I think I should probably prop my phone up so that I could have less shaking for you guys, right? So let's get into it. Today I wanted to discuss support system, having a support system. One of the main things, especially about being a mom, we deal with so much. A lot of us deal with things like depression, just all out tiredness, or just confusion. And a lot of what Awesome Mom United is about is a support system, a place where you can ask questions and not feel judged or anything like that, but just just an open forum to provide that support, and it's very, very important to have a support system. And I bring it up because it was one of those things that someone mentioned to me, that they were just having such a hard time, and they were just going through all of the different things that were going on with them, and we spoke about all of the things that were going right for them. But and then it was like, oh, you know what? I never thought of it that way. The thing is, if you don't have a support system or someone to talk to about those things, it can kind of wear you down. And it can really wear you down to where you just really don't know where to turn. You don't know what to do. And you could make some really bad decisions. And when you're a parent, bad decisions don't only affect you, they also affect your children. So having a support system, a good support system around, is very key, and it's very important. People, I remember growing up, like, it's not a thing that a lot of people say now, like, Generation X and millennials and things like that. It's not really a thing that people say now. Every now and then you might hear somebody say it, but I remember being a kid, and one of the things that you always used to hear was, it takes a village. And it was always, it takes a village to raise a child. And it's really true. When you think of just saying a support system, your support system is your village. That village usually is going to give you those answers that you may not have. We don't always have all of the answers. A lot of it is trial and error, being a parent. A lot of it is trial and error. So a lot of stuff we don't know. So the only thing you can do is ask somebody, um, and go from there. I'm a big believer in asking a couple different people, get a couple different perspectives on whatever subject it is, whatever you're trying to do, or, as far as parenting goes, because everybody is different. And especially when it comes to parenting, everybody has, their own opinions on how to handle situations, how to handle certain things. And I'm talking about everything from potty training to teaching the kids the ABCs, how to, learning and things like that. You will get a bunch of different answers, a bunch of different perspectives. And you take those different perspectives and you kind of etch out your own way to do it when you're being a parent. Um, Everybody's book says that they're the right book that can teach you, how to be the perfect parent. And but then you get one book is telling you to do it this way, and then another book is telling you to do it the opposite way. It's one of those things where you say you can always find a book or someone to agree with whatever narrative you have going on. So how do you do, and how do you decipher through it? Is you take the perspectives and then you etch out your own, because everybody has different ways to do it, but a lot of it is contradictory to each other. Like, there isn't really one specific way to do a specific thing when you're being a parent. So it's trial and error. It's taking these perspectives and kind of etching out your own to see how it works for you. Having a support system is a big part of that. If you don't have that support system, then you have nobody to talk to. You have nobody to lean on. You have nobody to, just help you with resources. Period. If you, with the Awesome Moms United on Facebook, I'm really hoping that when people get resources and things like that, which I've seen happen, so awesome to the members of Awesome Moms United on the Facebook page, that whenever they get some information about whatever, daycare, resources to do certain things or whatever pertaining to being a parent and childhood, you guys posted in the group, which is awesome, because it, I just hope that more people, or a lot of people, are reading these posts and are utilizing those resources or utilizing that information. Even if it's as simple as a dance class that's going on, or somebody is offering a dance class at cheap, and maybe you wanted to put your kid in dance class. So resources can range from everything from where you could get help with finding cheap furniture for your kids, to different things to put your kids in. We are in January now, so now is really the time to start looking into and researching different things on what you want to do with the kids in the summertime, so that you can map out a plan, and so that you can map out a plan, get if you need to get finances together to do it, or or if there's deadlines to sign them up for, like camps or whatnot, dance things, and stuff like that. So you want to kind of research all of that stuff now, because in a blink of an eye, it'll be time for the summer, and you kind of want to have some of that stuff put together. But again, it comes with that support system. That Awesome Moms United Sports support system is great. I want people to feel comfortable with talking to each other, asking each other these questions, because when you say, or when you feel like you're just not making it, like, oh my goodness, I don't think I'm doing anything right, and I can't I can't even remember the last time I did my hair, or I can't remember if I can't even figure out if my kids are good, or things like that. Guess what? Support system. Sit down, have these conversations. I don't care if it's over the phone. I don't care if it's over video chat. I don't care if it's just in a group and you're having these conversations and other people are responding. It doesn't matter. Support is support. You get that support. You get that conversation. Because sometimes, and a lot of times, support is really just somebody listening to you vent. Somebody listening to you vent as a parent. As mom, if you don't have a support system, some moms don't have anybody to vent to. So a lot of it is just bottled up and you going day by day. But I will say this: if you have a husband, if you have a significant other, if you have, whatever, your partner, talk to them. That is your first support system. That person. A lot of times we go through all of these things and we internalize this as moms because we've seen so many people say you're supposed to have everything together, because you see people running around like chickens with their heads cut off with the parents, and you think they're the perfect people. They got it all together, they got it all figured out, but inside they're probably dying. you know because it's a lot, to put up the facade of the perfect person, the perfect family, the perfect everything. And a lot of times, a lot of women don't even talk to their partners. Their partners are like in the dark and they're up cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kid and all of this, and tutoring, and all of this, and their significant other or partner, husband, is none the wiser. Thing is, that's your number one support system. That's where you start. Start with that person that's laying next to you every night, because they should be able to listen. They definitely should be able to listen and be able to be that sounding board that you can feed off of, and that can give you some, well, because it's that old saying, if you never say anything, then I don't know anything. A lot of spouses and, people just don't know anything. They don't know you're going through anything because you won't tell them that you're going through anything. And it's very important. You don't want to look up and be broken down so bad to where you're just nothing, a shell of what you once were. Having children shouldn't do that to you. Having kids shouldn't make you a shell of what you once were after some years, of being a parent. It changes you, yes, but it shouldn't make you, really, really down. And a lot of it becomes because we're trying to take on too much. We're not utilizing our, support system. Number two, family. Sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, people who have kids, friends. Support, that's the next, if you don't have a significant other or a spouse or whatever, family. Reach out to your family. If you're not close with your family, friends. Reach out to your friends. Talk to your friends. A lot of times your friends have kids too. A lot of times our friends, the friends that you have, they have kids too, and they can give you some pointers, or they can listen to you because they've been there. They understand, what it is. Option number three, a group like Awesome Moms United. List what you got going on. Post it. Get some comments. Get some feedback. Give some feedback. Because sometimes you just want to tell somebody else, well, I did this and this how this turned out, when somebody posts a question of their own. Sometimes giving feedback helps you out too. So let's make sure that we understand that having a good support system is very important. And let's make sure that we are utilizing our support systems. Because if we don't, it could turn really ugly really quick. Trust me. And we don't want that. We don't want the bad decisions. We don't want to make the bad choices, because when we do, again, it affects our kids. It don't only affect us. That's another thing we have to understand. Once we start making decisions, once we have kids, all of our decisions trickle down to them. So utilize the support systems, as I mentioned. Let's have a conversation. You need something to get off your chest? Go ahead. Comment. All right. Thank you. Till next time.